Hi there, my name is Juan Galindo. I am 23 years old. I am a fourth year student here at Western University in London, Ontario. I'll be graduating this upcoming May. And this past summer, I worked as an assistant manager for the Vector London office with Johnny, and he asked me to give you some of my thoughts on my experience as an AM. So here they are. Um, Before working with Vector, what I did the past couple of summers, I had been working with my family. They own a deck building business. So I helped them with the process of building the decks, moving material, building the decks themselves. I did some 3D modeling and some AutoCAD drawings as well to help them out. Pretty simple stuff. But looking back at my experience as an AM, I would say the best thing about the job, in my opinion, it's that it's a very rewarding job. So, it's really cool when you get to sell a homemaker, a signature, or an ultimate yourself. But when you teach somebody how to do that, or you coach them through on how to do that, and then they actually go ahead and do it, it's a very cool feeling, and it feels really good. And I'm very glad I was able to experience that, working as an AM in the London office. It was also a really fun summer. We had some awesome trips. We went to Kelowna, we went to Toronto, we went to Edmonton, and we had a really fun time there as well. I met some awesome people. What I'd say my least favorite thing about the job is the fact that as an AM, you get compensated on how well your team does. So the amount of effort and time that you put into the job is not always going to directly, you're not going to directly be compensated based on that, and I'd say I worked pretty hard. There were some long days at the office, but I will say this, and it's the fact that by being around, so I was in the office almost every day in one way or another, but being around that environment, I think that's one of the key things that helped me have my best campaign as a sales rep during the summer. So I worked as an AM, but I also sold Cutco on the side as a rep when I wasn't in the office. And personally, I sold close to $60,000 between the money I made as a rep and AM. I just looked it up. I made a total of about $29,000, which is awesome. And I think one of the key reasons why that is, it's because I was in the office so much. They say you're the product of the people that you hang out with, and by being in that environment constantly, that's positive, encouraging, and you're just always learning. You're just gonna do better overall. So yeah, how I grew also, I would say I went into the job. I didn't really care too much about how much money I was gonna make. I was more interested in the skills that I was going to learn and how I was going to grow personally. I can confidently say I'm a different person than what I was at the beginning of the summer. I'm more confident. I walk different. I talk different, as Johnny will say. Personally, I grew a lot professionally as well. My communication skills, teamwork skills. I learned how to build rapport with virtually anybody, how to establish relationships with people. I learned how to give messages at provincial and national conferences. I got comfortable doing that, which is a really useful skill to have. And I also really increased my capacity as an individual. As an AM, you're always doing something. If you're not, there's always something that needs to get done. And I definitely worked my bum off this summer, but it was also the most rewarding summer that I've had personally. So yeah, I learned a lot. I grew a lot personally, professionally, and it was definitely a very rewarding experience. So those are some of my thoughts. I'll say feel free to reach out. I'm sure Johnny can give you my contact if you're curious on. If you want to ask me something else about my experience, I'll be open to help you out. But yeah, hopefully that helps. And again, feel free to reach out if you want to.